Melissa McCall here, and welcome to another video with McCall It Wraps. Are you one of those people who just has the hardest time figuring out how to set goals and actually accomplish them? Well, if that is you, please stay tuned for the great nuggets that I have for you today. Well, I run into so many people on a daily basis that have the hardest time setting goals and accomplishing them. They have so many things in life that they wish that they had, really great visions for themselves and their families, but just setting it down in concrete and actually accomplishing it is one of the hardest things for people to do. And what I have found is that it's not just that it's hard, people just don't know how to do it. And so that's why I'm here today, because I want to help you to figure that out. The very first step that I would highly recommend is that after you have figured out what it is that you are wanting to do, these goals, these aspirations in your life that's just itching away at you, you need to write it down. After you write it down, make sure you ask yourself this very wonderful question. And one of my mentors, she highly recommended this to me, and it really helped to bring my goals into perspective. She said, why? Why do you want this to happen in your life? Why do you need it to happen? And you need to write that down. After you ask why, then you need to ask why of that answer. You keep asking why to every answer that you give yourself until you get down to the nitty-gritty of exactly what the root is of why this goal is so important to you. It is important for you to understand why these goals are there. Why? Why? The second thing that is so important when it goes to goal setting and goal accomplishing is to set a date. So your next question is, when? When do these goals need to happen? Does it need to happen within 6 months? Next week? It just depends on what it is, but you need to set a date. And this is where I see most people go wrong, is they always just leave it up in the air, whatever it is that they're wanting to do. For example, if you're wanting to do something very simple, like go on a very nice trip. For example, my kids want to go to Disney World, and I remember growing up, and there were some really way out there, some people would call them crazy aspirations, or dreams that I would ask my parents, I want to do this, I want to do that. And I remember they would always say something like, one day. And I couldn't stand it. When I got older, I was able to change that for myself. If there's something that I really want to do, I set a date. When is that going to happen? So that way I had something to look forward to. I had something to work towards. Because otherwise, when there's no date set, you're going to get there whenever, way on down the line, which may never come. Next, you need to make sure you ask yourself, how in the world am I going to make this happen? You need to draw out a plan. Don't just think it's just going to fall out the sky. It's going to take some creativity on your part. It's going to take you doing something to make the work happen. It's not just going to happen. All right? We pray all day long. I love and I pray over my business. But I also believe that God has called me to do something. He didn't give me my arms, my hands, my legs, my brain, my eyes. He didn't give me all these things just for them to be there. He gave them to me to use them. And so that's what you also need to do. You need to figure out, what is the plan? How is it that I'm going to get to these goals and these dreams that I have? And last but not least, you must ask yourself, what do I need to do differently than what I've been doing already? A lot of people, they're so embarrassed to be real with themselves. But I tell you, me self-analyzing and thinking about my flaws and also concentrating on my strengths, these are things that have helped me. I love it when people ask me the hard questions. I love it when I find out the things that I've been doing wrong, and I'm able to change it, because that means there's growth. You have got to become real about who you are. If there are some characteristics about yourself that are not helping you to get to these goals, then you have to be real about that, and then you've got to do something about it. You've got to be willing to change it. So what is it that you are going to do differently this time in order to make it happen so that you don't continue in this spiral, this ongoing circle over and over again? Because, honey, it's going to make you sick. I really hope these nuggets have been helpful to you today. I really hope that you make more of an effort to come out of whatever this hiccup is in your life where you are not able to set goals and accomplish them. I would love for you to share this video with other people. If this has been helpful to you in some way, share it with others. Please like the video, like the post, like the YouTube channel as well. Subscribe. I'd love to share more content with you. So if there are certain things that you would like for me to share or you have questions, please feel free to leave me a comment, or you can email me at any time. I will leave my email, my Instagram, my Facebook connection, all of that with you at the end of this video. Nothing else, guys. Just be blessed.